Hello Magento developers! This tutorial will be very quick and easy, and in this lesson I will teach you how to add a button in an admin page on a place right here. I will continue with the shipment sender module that we started creating in some previous video. We will not write a lot of code in this video, but I will again dig in the Magento core code and show you where exactly the buttons are created or removed. So for those of you who are not interested to know this, you can jump straight to the place where I explain where to add this button, and for the others we can continue. Before we start, take a minute and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can be notified whenever I release a new Magento tutorial. And you can also go to my website www.peterbritka.com, where you can find more content about Magento 2 and more Magento 2 related articles and tutorials. Okay, let's get started. I will add a new button here that will be labeled sender address, and when you click on this button, a form will be shown where you can enter the sender address, and later it will be written to our database. So first let's see which block class is responsible for this new shipment page. Go to vendor, Magento, shipping, block, admin HTML, and create. This protected function construct is the place where you can define or remove buttons from list. To see it more in action, let's see another example of order view page, because this shipment page has only two buttons. So go to module sales, block, admin HTML, order, view. Again, find a method construct, and here you can see that we remove some buttons and we also add buttons by calling this add button and a definition of the button. So to add a button inside the construct method, I can either create a preference for this block class, but I will use a different approach and create a plugin for this block class because it is much safer than creating preferences. Let's look at the parent classes. Here we have a method called prepare layout that will also prepare the buttons. To see it, we have to go to the parent class again. This line with call to push buttons method is responsible for creating and removing the buttons, but since it is a protected method, we can't create a plugin for this method. So we have to go even deeper to the parent classes and here in abstract block class there is a method called setLayout, which is a public method, so we can create a plugin for this method. It calls prepare layout, so it goes all the way up to this container class and even to create class because it's a child of this container class. And all we need to actually do is create a plugin of this create block class in shipping module and add a method before setLayout. So let's do it. In our shipment sender module, create a folder plugin, shipping, block, admin HTML. Inside this directory, create a new PHP file, create.php, define the namespace, Britka, shipment sender, plugin, shipping, block admin HTML, define the class name, create, define a public function before set layout. That's the method in abstract block. It has one argument layout, but before we have to add the subject argument, which is the original class, and then the layout argument. Now we can call subject add button. The first argument is a unique identifier of the button. I can call it sender address button. Then comes the definition of the button. Label will be sender address. Let's repeat in the double underscore function for the translation purposes. Then we can define the HTML ID attribute of this button, which can be sender address button, and something that will happen when you click on the button. So on click event, later we will attach some JavaScript function, but for now we'll just add a cross, so nothing will happen. Let's add some documentation. Layout argument will be of type Magento Framework View Layout Interface, and subject will be of type Magento Shipping Block Admin HTML Create. Also, don't forget to return a value from this function, which will be an array of arguments that will be passed to the original method. In this case, it will be layout. This is all that needs to be done in this plugin class, and we have to register this plugin class in our system. So let's go to etc directory, create a subdirectory admin HTML. Here we'll create an XML file di.xml, add the config node, then type node with name attribute equal to the name of the original class, which will be Magento Shipping Block Admin HTML Create. And we are creating a plugin for this class with name pivritka shipment sender shipping create. Type will be the path to our new plugin class, which is pivritka shipment sender plugin shipping block admin HTML create, and the sort order can be left to 10. So there can be other plugins listening to the same method that will be run before or after our plugin. Now save our file, clear the cache. It's enough to clear the config cache. Refresh the browser, and our button is here. Currently it doesn't do anything, but it's there. You can take a look at the HTML of this button. The ID is sender address button that we defined in the method, and the label is sender address, which we also defined there. OnClick attribute has a cross value right now. Okay, so this was it for this quick tutorial. If you are new to Magento 2 and want to learn the basics, then I suggest that you check out my online course Spam Protection Case Study. It's a series of 8 videos where you'll learn the most common tasks you'll be doing in admin and front end on daily basis. After you finish it, you'll be able to create new resources, menu and configuration in admin, and read and write these configuration values. In the front end, you'll learn how to register a new theme, work with layouts, blocks, elements, and do some simple template changes in your and existing templates. We'll also use the event observer system and add our own logic to the system. The end result will be a fully functioning module that protects your shop from fake registrations and unwanted spam. It's very easy and it's a good starting point for anybody willing to learn how to work with Magento 2. Visit my site, the link is in the description, and find out what's inside the course. Okay, this is all for today's video. I hope you learned something from it and you know how to add a button to an admin page, and I'll see you in some of the next Magento 2 tutorial.